Welcome back, Talk family, and thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, Desh Palay-Pietchen, and joining me today is Renske van der Heever, and she is the Regional Finance Manager at the Hyundai, or in the Hyundai East region. So Renske has been in the motoring industry for 18 years. She can be described as someone who has phenomenal leadership skills, leading her team by example. Her role is to provide sound financial direction in each and every way to ensure confidence, growth, savings, of course, and profitability. She's also a nominee for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards 2023. So without further ado, let's welcome Renske. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Seriti Solutions and MFC and Avo by Nedbank. Hello, Renske.
Hi.
You're such a lovely human being.
Oh, thank you. So are you?
Thank you. And we had a moment, and it was so amazing.
Yes.
And that's why I love to have some conversation before we start shooting and we on camera, because I really get to know, my guest, or the nominees, and I'm so proud. I'm so happy that you've come through, and that you are you are a nominee, and I'm hoping that you get to the semifinals. I think you will. And congratulations on just being a nominee.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell our viewers about your journey.
Well, I started in the motor industry in 2001. I left, I started the year after I left school. Started working for Santon Nissan, at that time a privately owned dealership. And then from there I was offered a position at MIMED. I don't know if you recall, but that was the medical aid for the motor industry. It's now called Motor Health. I started there in 2002, and then I got offered the position at Hyundai in 2005.
Wow. So you've been with the brand since then? Since
2005,
Oh,
yes.
wow. Okay. And what's your current position?
Current position is a regional financial manager. I started as a creditor's clerk. Was then promoted to bookkeeper, and from the accountant, and today.
And what does your job entail?
I look after 10 dealerships. I travel to Bloem sometimes. One of my dealerships is in Bloemfontein. And then I assist the accountants with doing the month ends and finalizing the figures for the dealerships and getting everything ready for our flash at month end. Yes, that's
Okay, but you do this with 10 dealerships, so you obviously interact a lot with the dealer network. And how's that experience for you?
Awesome. I meet a lot of wonderful people daily. And they've all supported me throughout my journey. I've known them for years. So yes. Okay,
so what's your opinion about our women empowerment initiatives?
I think it's a great initiative. It empowers women to lead by example.
It takes them out of the comfort zone. You're not used to something like this.
Yes, definitely. It motivates them. It gives them a way to find their own self with. I think it empowers them to help others as well.
Yes.
And yes, that's...
Wow, okay. And why do you think that women do well in our trade?
Have proven in the last few years to be successful in positions that was normally men only.
Yes.
We've got, in few of our dealerships, we've got women, female workshop managers, parts managers.
That's so nice.
Sales managers, dealer principals, and even technicians.
That's amazing. And who inspires you and why?
There's a lot of people that inspires me. In 18 years, there was a few people, so it's not just one person. The main person on a personal level, my mother inspires me. She also worked in the motor industry. I learned a lot from her.
What did she do?
She was also an accountant. Yes, so I learned a lot from her. I lost my dad when I was very young, and she showed me that you as a woman does not need to be dependent on anyone. And you go out and you do what you need to do and work for it. So that's my person.
That's amazing.
Then on a work level, I've got a few people that I've been with over the years. I've got Hena Grevia. She was she knew systems, and she taught me a lot about systems. And then I had Bruce Nicholson. He was at the time my GM. We had Gert Leroux. Gert passed on, unfortunately, due to COVID. And then Joe Molland, Gideon Jansen van Rensburg, and Tembeka, the most important person in my life at this stage.
And Tembeka is actually one of our top 50 for last year.
Yes, she is.
That's amazing, and that's what we'd like to do with our platform, Pay It Forward.
Yes.
Our top 50, our nominees come forward and say, listen, I'd like to nominate that lady. Speak to her superior and see if he agrees and supports the nomination. And that's how we just spread the word and give everyone this platform so that they can pay it forward as well. Okay. So how do you measure success?
You must have a goal to be successful. So first of all, you must have a goal, and it's what you do to make sure the steps you take to achieve that goal. And never give up. You have to get to your goal with your steps that you've implemented, and whatever you did yesterday, do it better the next day. I think and whether you lose or you don't get to your goal, at least you've tried. Absolutely. And that is successful in my eyes.
Absolutely. Any words of advice to young girls or women that wants to join the trade, especially wants to be in a position like yours?
So yes, be positive, be motivated. Don't let anyone tell you can't do anything. You can do anything. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, and especially don't let them tell you it's a man's job.
Yeah.
It is. You can do whatever a man can do, and it is what you do with it.
Absolutely. Thank you once again, Renske, for being here, for accepting your nomination. I wish you all the luck in this journey with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for being so brave to do this interview. Really, thank you so much. Anything you want to add?
No, I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity, obviously, and yes, I wish you well.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you're going to make a huge success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Viewers, we would like to thank you for your continued support and encourage you to like and share our content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Avo by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, sponsored by Seriti Solutions and Avo by Nedbank, are platforms aimed at empowering, uplifting, and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. If you are searching for a new or pre-owned vehicle, please visit www.auto.avo.africa. We have a wide range of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews, car maintenance tips, and automotive advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. Ladies, we are so focused on making ourselves pretty on the outside by putting on makeup, dressing up, and doing our hair. Remember to also be pretty on the inside though. Pretty kind, pretty smart, pretty strong and pretty funny. Inner beauty is just as important as outer beauty. And yes, I've spoken to Renske and she has so much of inner beauty. And that will definitely ensure that you succeed in life. Learning is not about earning, but a way of flowering, a way of prospering, and a way of doing better for yourself. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me, it should always be who's going to stop me.